Hey everybody, welcome back to Check the Gate, a Film Lovers Deep Dive. I'm Bert, and as always, I'm joined here with Brandon.
Hello.
And Michael.
Hello.
And today, we begin our journey into the 6 Sandman saga of films. Our first one, like Michael discussed last week, could not find Airheads anywhere. I was able to buy the DVD for $40. But
we could have snail mailed it around the country, or in this part of the country.
Would have taken a minute for everybody to get to see it.
Yeah.
So we are putting Airheads on the deep freeze. Maybe if we come back to Sandman, we do a Steve Buscemi podcast, or even Brendan Fraser for all we know.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll come back and hit it up. But so Brandon called an audible. We're doing Grown Ups, which technically will be the last film we cover. So we skipped on over one more year to Billy Madison. Brandon, why Billy Madison?
Because this movie's so funny.
Why not Billy Madison?
Yeah, why not? Who doesn't want to see a 27-year-old grown man child go back to school to show daddy he's not a fool?
It's just literally however long it is, an hour and a half. Yeah. Just an hour and a half of just pure Adam Sandler shticks and bits.
It's just to me this is just like the classic Sandman, right? Like,
was he still on SNL at this time? 1995.
I thought so, because he did I thought they did a bit with him as Billy Madison, or like the same character.
Well, I mean, like, he's just doing everything from SNL.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, but yeah, it's just classic Adam Sandler. Like, this is like, to me, this is like the beginning of his comedy, like his brand of comedy, and so it's just like funny to watch him progress as an actor, writer, producer, all of it. But yet some of the jokes are still the same.
Yeah. I thought it was funny, like, in hindsight, because now we're literally 30 years later from Billy Madison. It's 2025. Reading some trivia and stuff, and how he wanted the villain of the piece, Eric, who Bradley Whitford plays, is hilarious.
So funny.
Just somebody you mainly know. I know from, like, The West Wing, and obviously he's in Get Out, but, like, he's also pretty funny. That character, he wanted it to be Bob Odenkirk because he was good friends with Bob Odenkirk. Yeah. And Universal said, no, we're not making a movie for your friends to hang out with you on. And now that's like the joke is Adam Sandler picks a tropical location and hires all his friends to have a vacation with while they make a movie. And so it's funny how it's just...
That's a good point.
How it started versus how it's going kind of thing.
I'll rub it in.
No, but
yeah,
that was funny.
I don't know. I've seen this movie so many times, and growing up, like, it was on repeat. It was just, I still do like the little dance that he does every time I go down the stairs. Like,
that's funny.
Dun, 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 dun.
In a weird turn of events, normally me and my wife will sit down and we'll watch a movie, and I will quote it. This time, I found out that my wife has seen this movie thousands of times.
Hell yeah.
Quoted the entire movie. I was like, Jesus. There's like a whole section of this movie I didn't remember even existing. And she's like, how do you not remember this part? And she, like, quotes the whole thing. I was just like, Jesus. She keyed up the Veronica Vaughn. So hot. Want to touch the hiney. Yeah, so I was like, oh, that's a, like I said, a weird change of events.
Yeah.
Michael, you chose Adam Sandler. Where does this movie rank for you? It doesn't have to, I'm not saying put a number behind it, but, like, obviously you chose this category, so would this be one that you're like, definitely we have to do Billy Madison?
Twofold. This is interesting that I guess the Adam Sandler movies aren't the most... He has some serious ones, but they're usually, like, layered with some comedy. But I was surprised that Brandon picked this one. But on another note, I was thinking before we started today, I've watched this. So when I watched it, I was younger. Thought it was hilarious, great, awesome, quotable. And then I watched it about 6 months ago when I was sick. I was like, screw it, I'm home. Let's watch Billy Madison. I was like, dang, this movie does not hold up well. And then I watched it again last night, and I was like, okay, this is pretty funny. So I think it's just a matter of what state of mind. So
Yeah.
as confusing as that is,
yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. But it is quotable. Every time I watch it, I realize that I have a different quote from this movie that I just repeat over, like the Veronica Vaughn one. He's like, "Dead Veronica," or the Chris Farley part was like, "Dead Veronica Vaughn."
Yeah.
He's like,
there's one piece of ace.
"Trust me, I know." He's like, "No, you don't.
No, you
They
don't.
don't.
Got a buddy that he
No,
got
he doesn't.
it on."
Yeah, but like I quote this movie like in everyday life, like in just
Yeah.
random things happen, and I'll throw in an old Doyle rules, like
Yeah.
it's just there's so many quotable lines. It's good.
Am I imagining stuff, or are there other Sandman movies that O'Doyle, the whole O'Doyle lore comes up, or is it just Billy Madison?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think so, but honestly, it wouldn't surprise me.
I thought that was like, that's kind of genius, and bringing it up like, oh fuck, but
I wonder. I can say because I recently watched The Wedding Singer. There's no O'Doyle in that. I don't know. We're not discussing Happy Gilmore, so I don't know. Maybe I feel like that one's pretty close to this one as far as time goes. But as far as like a running gag in his movies, I don't think
it's just Billy Madison.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that there is one line in this movie that my sister and my dad quote all the time, and it's "Thank you, Daddy." That's, it's not even like one of the big quotes in the movie, but like my sister, the one who's just younger than me, "Thank you, Daddy," all the time.
Oh, that's good. That's great.
Even if it's just you're agreeing with her. "Oh, thank you, Daddy." To which my dad repeats because he thinks it's funny too.
Yeah.
My dad likes this movie, so like when it was on TV, we would just watch this movie.
Mm.
And when you're watching on TV, it's not as crude, I guess.
Yeah.
True.
It's funny hearing the TV edits of this because it's not like they changed, like they'll just drop out the word shit. So he called the poop.
Poo. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He called this shit poop. Oh, I forgot about that part. Oh, God.
Don't put it out with your boot, Ted.
That's another
Don't tell me
one.
what to do. Ooh, devil woman.
Holy shit.
Let me see if we dive into this
Yeah, let's do it.
masterpiece. Like I said, this is a 1995 film. Billy Madison. It is about, in order to inherit his fed-up father's hotel empire, immature and lazy Billy Madison must repeat grades 1 through 12 all over again. The top 3 films of 1995. Number 3, Apollo 13. Number 2, Toy Story. And number 1, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Mm.
A ticket cost in 1995 $4.35, which is equivalent to $9.15 our money. The budget for the film was $10 million, which is equivalent to $21 million. The box office was $26.4 million, which is equivalent to $55.5 million. And it was obviously nominated for 0 Academy Awards.
Oh, that'd be fun. Nominated for 10 Academy Awards.
I still check. Even though I know, it's still look.
That'd be a fun little fact, right?
It's like, oh,
One Best
snuck
Picture?
in
What
there.
the fuck?
Norm Macdonald, Best Supporting Actor?
Yeah.
Hey, Billy, he did
Billy.
it. Here,
Where's
You did
Billy? Where's Billy?
he's at school. Oh,
He's
yeah.
at school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like to think that Norm Macdonald just kind of showed up on set. I did see like there was some trivia, and it was just like, oh, okay, but it was worded really silly. It was like, in the scene where Norm Macdonald plays drunk, he's actually drunk. And I was just like,
Shocker.
Okay.
just say Norm Macdonald was drunk on set. We meet slacker billionaire Billy Madison as he's lounging in the pool with a glass of wine. I really like that floaty chair, by the way.
It's pretty neat.
Looks really comfortable, and I don't know why this one exists really anymore. It's like you're either totally laying down or you just have to have a inner tube around you.
Yeah.
Like, give me the lounger. Playing with suntan lotion, doing a classic Adam Sandler SNL song about nothing. Talking about how suntan lotion keeps the sun tries to get me, but you don't let it. He squirts a smiley face on his titties and belly. He paddles over to his drunk buddies, one played by Norm Macdonald. He's like, there's something I'm supposed to do today. And he goes, get drunk? We already did that one. What day is it? October? To which he joyfully exclaims that it's Nudie Magazine Day. So he has to get out of the pool. I like how he just kind of puts a shirt on and the suntan lotion is still on him.
Yeah.
So gets in his golf cart that's spilling with empty beer cans. Drives over half the grass, almost running over different butlers or gardeners to get to the mailbox and look at his cornucopia of porno mags. Women
Diverse
over 80.
porno mags, yeah.
Drunk chicks.
To which he's now hallucinating a giant penguin. To which a line I heard a lot in high school was, "It's too damn hot out here for a penguin." Anytime it gets too hot, you can trust that people were out there going, "It's too damn hot for a penguin." He chases him around on the golf cart, trying to catch him. "We gotta get you back to the zoo." Runs over more flowers, tells the gardener, "Call the zoo." He chases the penguin to the front door of the mansion, only for him to pass out in a drunken stupor in front of all his father's business partners. He has a horny maid who tells him he needs to...
Yet again, forgot about that part, too.
I feel like that's like, is a very Sandler trope, is having like a very large, unattractive woman that's just like super horned up for him.
Yeah. You want me to take my shirt off? No.
No? Okay. Offer's still on the table.
Offer is on the table.
She tells him he needs to go upstairs and get ready because dinner's in 15 minutes. To which he's just like in the tub doing the shampoo versus conditioner. Stop staring at me. Downstairs at dinner, we meet his father. His father, by the way, the whole time I was like, I know this guy from somewhere, but I've never actually looked him up on IMDb. He's the dad from A Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah.
The leg lamp guy.
Yeah.
Fragile. Must be Italian.
We meet his two right-hand men, Eric and Carl. Eric, like we said already, played by Bradley Whitford, who's clearly going to be the bad guy of this movie. He's talking a lot of shit about Billy. Oh, you're really going to... sorry, let's go ahead and start eating. My son Billy will be... Oh, you're going to be really impressed by him.
Yeah.
Carl just seems like the laid-back guy.
Carl's
like
cool.
the number cruncher. Yeah, crazy Carl. Adam Sandler tries to... Like, my wife was like, why is he walking like that? And I was like, I think he's, like, trying to allude that he's sneaking in like he'd been there the whole time.
You know what's... Yeah.
Good shoot, Daddy.
Hey, Carl, how's it going?
Pretty good. Looks like you got some sun. Yeah, I fell asleep in the pool. Whitford, did you fall asleep or did you pass out?
Shut up.
Shut up.
Another classic Sandler trope.
What were you saying, Michael?
I forgot now.
Oh,
actually, no. Like, that whole scene where, like, when he comes in up around the corner and, it alludes to him sneaking in. It just... You think about... Those are the times where you think about... Making movies is so weird at times. Like, someone's just filming you being like... Ooh, like, I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like... Yeah,
you got all existential on the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I do think about that all the time. Side tangent, but literally the exact same thing that Michael is saying. My wife watches the TV show Ghosts. Are you familiar at all? Like, it exists
never
or something?
seen it, but...
On like CBS
Yeah.
I've seen the commercials for it.
Yesterday, we're watching an episode, and I forget the guy's name, but it's he's Andy from Weeds, the TV show Weeds. Did you watch Weeds, Brandon?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just shows up, and he's playing like he's clearly just there for one episode. And the whole time I'm thinking, man, I wonder what's going through, because he has to come in, he's playing the mayor, and he's like acting like pretty much exactly what Michael is talking about. And I was like, he just like showed up on set one day, like he had this huge career. He was in a bunch of TV shows, long-standing on Weeds, and now he's just like doing one-off
just a cameo
parts where he's just like, and I was really thinking of that exact thing, Michael. Where it was just like, it's so weird. Like if you out of body, you're just watching. Somebody's just filming him, just being like, "I'm here to make a little money because I don't have much anymore."
Yeah, I'm gonna play some make believe real quick so I can get paid. I have existential thoughts like that all the time, so this isn't out of range. But like, yeah, that was what I thought of. Just like,
that's funny.
Okay, so pretend, and it's just like, okay, and like, I don't know.
I'd be like, and then to think like you have to like not be self-conscious about just like playing like in Adam Sandler's case, just being like, "Oh, we're gonna take a cut. Can we do the one more time, please?
Yeah, and then
one more for safety."
Yeah, or that scene takes like 5 tries or whatever, and he's got to do that 5 times, and after the 4th one, he's like, "God, this is my life."
This
like,
is stupid.
We got to top the soup off for continuity.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Why?
His dad tells him to shut up. We see that Whitford is like teasing him by like making weird faces at him and making Sandler like break off into this weird.
Yeah.
Like,
No baby talk at the table.
no gibberish at the table.
Yeah.
Shall we, Daddy? Finally, kicks him out. Get out of here as he's leaving. Carl's like, "Bye, Billy." He's like, "Labadoo, labadee, labadoo." He leaves. Okay, finally we can finish our dinner, only to find Billy and his friends finding some dog shit, putting it in a bag, lighting it on fire on an old man's porch for him to come out and be like, "Someone called the fire department."
It's another one of them flaming bags.
Don't put it out with your boot.
"Don't tell me what to do, devil woman." I gotta put this out. This is gonna get out of control.
Oh, it's poop.
Like, he called this shit poop.
Oh my god.
Back at home, his dad has news for Billy. "Billy, I need you to come in here. I got news." "Oh, Eric's pregnant." Puts his hand on his. "Oh,
congrats.
That's a nice kid. Cool. He's gonna be a soccer player."
Yeah.
His dad tells him that when he retires, Eric is the one who will take over the company, not you. To which, obviously, Billy loses his mind. "Why is this?" And he goes, "Because honestly, you're a fucking idiot." It's not what he says, but that's what he's saying.
Yeah. Well, high school was kind of rough. What? Who do you think paid all your teachers?
"I paid off all your teachers. I figured if you would get some good grades, you'd at least get into a nice college, and you could, they'd straighten you out." He's like, "What are you talking about, Dad?" And he's like, "You really think you were an honor student?"
Yeah.
Like, "Remember the first grade spelling bee?" "No, Dad, you didn't." "Rock, R-O-K?" "Yeah, what's the... It's R-O-C-K!"
Oh, the C silent.
He makes a deal with his dad. "Give me one more chance. I will do first grade all the way through 12th grade. Each grade taking 2 weeks to accomplish. So in 24 weeks, I will graduate high school. And if I do this, I get the company." To which his dad's like, "Why not? But if you fuck up, Eric gets the company. Sounds good. Get some rest, because on Monday you are going back to school." Cut to the morning. "Where's my snack pack?" I love how, like, especially like the first through third grades, it's clearly like his, like he definitely seems like he fits. Obviously, like the higher up he goes, the more he gets picked on. But like, it's definitely his education level is first through third grade. It's like he like really does fit in with those kids.
It's
so
a sweet
well.
spot.
He like he like tops out at 4th grade, like those kids. Like when he's teaching them to pee his pants, like that's like the pinnacle.
Yeah. It's Monday. He's waiting for the bus. He's back to school to prove to Dad that I am not a fool. I got my lunch packed, my shoes tied tight. I hope I do not get in a fight.
And then the bus passes him.
It's like, here we go. Bus.
Well, that's not a child. I'm going to keep going.
That's what I was like. So, cut to his dad dropping him off. Thank you, Daddy. He goes into 1st grade. Obviously, he's surrounded by a bunch of 1st graders. I was trying to do math. So this movie came out in 95. You're like 6 years old in the 1st grade. So I was like, okay, I'm 4 at this time. So like my brain is going, what are these kids up to now? They're 2 years older they're 36 years old, these kids. What's going on in their lives? I want to interview each and every one of them.
I thought you meant that you would look them up.
No, I have not. Should have. I tried to look up one because there's like the portly chap in the 3rd grade who he squeezes his face. I was like, I know this kid from somewhere.
You can hear his jowls going.
Don't ever grow up.
Don't ever say that. I was like, I know this kid from somewhere. Looked him up on IMDb, couldn't figure out what it was. Half these kids don't even have pictures because they.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem that I've run into.
No. His teacher, definitely a hippie, Miss Lippy. Very free spirit.
She's like, eccentric as hell, dude.
Yeah. He wants to introduce. He's like, no, let's involve the class. Everybody sit down. This is Billy. He will be with us for the next few weeks.
Hi, Billy.
He sits. Hey. He does like the little shy hand wave kind of thing. Girl tells him he has a huge head. Okay. They start the class off by reading The Puppy Who Lost His Way. Cut to the end of the book. All the kids are asleep, but Billy's absolutely enthralled in the story.
What?
I got one issue with the story, Miss Lippy. It's like, why'd that kid only look for this dog for 1 hour?
He gave up after an hour? That's your friend.
He's like, you don't do that. You get your ass out there and you find that fucking dog. You know what? Yeah. It's time for dodgeball.
I think it's time for a little game called dodgeball.
The second Billy steps outside, boom, gets
You're
smacked
out.
in the face. O'Doyle rules.
Yeah.
Okay. Turns back in, goes back into class, only to find Miss Lippy, free-spiriting in the class. She sees him. He's like, oh, I'm out. And she goes, no, you need to go back outside. That just means you're out for that game because dodgeball time is Miss Lippy time. He goes back outside. They throw another ball at him, and he catches it. And just like Peyton Manning on SNL, he starts obliterating these children. Like, now you're all in big, big trouble. Apparently, he was truly throwing the ball as hard as he could.
Yeah. And
they had to cut around children crying because he was absolutely destroying these children, which I think is hilarious.
It made for a great scene.
At lunch, he's got that little kid across from him. He's like, I'll trade you my banana for your snack pack. Shakes his head no. He's like, I could beat you up, right? Shakes his head yes. And the kid next to him is like, I think Mortal Kombat is the best game ever. And he's like, but very serious. He's like, I disagree. While Mortal Kombat is a very great game, I think Donkey Kong is the best. I think you suck. He's like, well, I think you suck. After school, he tries hitting on a parent of one of his classmates, only for Miss Lippy to completely ruin the vibe.
Forgot your arts and crafts projects.
And then puts
mucus lady.
Thank you very much, Miss Lippy.
I ride the bus because to make sure the bus drivers are.
The city has me ride the bus to make sure the kids are okay. Cut to Billy. It's the end of the 2 weeks. he's coloring a blue duck. He's like, I colored a blue duck because I'd never seen one before, and honestly, I just wanted to. And then she's like, very good. In fact, you've graduated the first grade. Cut to a giant graduation party with all of his classmates. In my brain, watching this movie, I go, every single time, I go, why is Eric there? He clearly doesn't want to be there. Especially at the end, when he's clearly not part of the company anymore. Why is he at the graduation?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. He was paid to.
I mean, but at the end, that I think that's the one I have the most issue with.
Yeah.
I was like, this fucking guy would not be here.
Right.
Come on, movie.
Yeah. Continuity, come on. Stick to the story, the plot.
He's got his entire first grade class there. Eric's doing 3-legged races. It's like, come on, you're embarrassing me. Get out. He's like dragging the kid behind him. There's a clown on stilts who trips, falls, cracks his head, and dies. Spews blood everywhere.
only to get back up later in the movie.
Well, that's just because of the spirit of song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a hemorrhage in my head.
Cut to him in second grade. We're clearly just skipping over second grade completely. He's in a spelling bee, and if he spells the word couch, he will pass the second grade. Let's see, couch. C, cow, C-O-R. No. Are you going to the mall? That's what I'm asking. No, I'm not going to the mall. Please spell the word. C-O-U-C-H. That's right, you did it. I am the smartest man alive.
I am the smartest man alive.
Cut to another party. To which Eric is talking to Cars. We're going to have one of these every time he graduates. It's like, oh, come on, man. Everyone's just having fun.
You're the only one not having fun.
Yeah, also, why are you here?
Eric is trying to get Carl on his side. He's like, do you really want to work for a guy like Billy? And he goes, could be worse. Obviously, like looking at Eric to say,
Give me one more.
Cut to we're now in the third grade. Billy's super nervous. He leans over and he's like, wow, first and second grades, those were easy. But now third grade, we got social studies. It's going to be real tough.
He's like,
the kid gives him nothing. Turns to the kid next to him. Wow, first and second grades were really easy.
Yeah,
but
same
now third
exact
grade
spiel.
was social studies. This is going to be real tough. Enter Veronica Vaughn. A woman he's tried hitting on a couple times in the past. She clearly wants none of his. She believes that he, just because of who his father is, he, gets a free pass to retry everything in only 2 weeks, too, by the way.
Yeah.
She tells the class that he is a nuisance and will be gone in 2 weeks, hopefully. Cut to him, making fun of a kid trying to read. Come on, get on with it.
Today,
Junior. Turn to page 69. 69. She kicks him out of the class, grabs him by the ear, yanks him in the hall, sits him down, says, keep your mouth shut for 2 weeks or I will fail you. To which he goes, I can't hear you. I'm deaf. She walks away, and that's when we get the line, Veronica Vaughn, so hot, want to touch the hiney. The next day, when he's doodling a nude picture of Veronica Vaughn, she has him go up to the blackboard for some cursive. Spell dugout. He writes dugout. Spell bunt. B-U-N-T. Bunt. Got any more brain busters?
Yeah.
To which she has them spell risotto. Okay, risotto.
He's like, confident, gets to the Z's.
Squiggle, squiggle,
Squiggle, squiggle.
Squiggle, squiggle. Raruto? Those are Z's. They look like R's. That's not fair! Risotto's not a word, that's a baseball player. I hate school, I'm never coming back! When she runs out the next morning, the maid is like, you gotta go to school. He's like, I don't feel too good. And she's like, well, if you stay home, you can help me shave my armpits. And he's like, all right, fine, I'll go to school. He goes to school. It's Valentine's Day, but Veronica Vaughn's not there. She calls out, to which the principal is going to substitute. And the principal catches a kid passing a note. The note is pretty nice to the principal for a second, and then it's just like, I want him to walk his fat ass into traffic.
Just stare at that. I'd rather walk into traffic than look at that fat piece of lard all day or something like that.
It's just like, oh. But it is Valentine's Day, so everyone's got Valentine's Day cards. You know, Billy's going through his, and like a bunch of the girls have little crushes on him, and then he reads one, and it's from the principal that says, "I'm horny," and he looks over at him. He gives him the old wink. At home, he takes his buddy Ernie, his best friend for life in the 3rd grade, Ernie, over to his house for sandwiches of different condiments. There's peanut butter, there's jelly, there's mustard on the table.
Yeah.
To which he's like, you know what? I really miss Veronica Vaughn in class today. He's like, why? Do you have a crush? No! Why did she say something? Not to me. He goes, oh, maybe you should call her and ask if she likes anybody at school, but like more than a friend. To which Ernie just has the number of the teacher.
Yeah.
Let me call her. I know her number.
And Veronica Vaughn's super chill. She continues to talk to this 3rd grader on the phone. To which she said, ask her if he likes anybody, but like more than a friend. And he's asking, like, he grabs the other end, and she's like, no, you know, as an adult, you know, you need to be with somebody that's more age appropriate to you. To which he's like, what about Billy? He's your age. And she's like, you're more of a grown up than he is. And he's like, oh, sure, you grown up.
I'll give you a grown up.
What was that? Nothing. I'll see you at school tomorrow.
See you tomorrow in class, Miss Vaughn.
Hangs up the phone. You ruined it.
Oh, jeez.
Cut to the next day, which is a field trip, which is they say at the party this was the next day. So, like, apparently sticking up for Ernie led him to graduate. You know what I'm saying? Like, because now we're at the field trip. We got Chris Farley as the bus driver. Just absolutely like pissed off bus driver. Dare me to throw my sandwich at the driver?
Hey!
Hey!
That'll ruin your precious field trip.
Be a rule. As he's eating the banana, he's like, one more treat. Throws the peel out the window.
Yeah.
And we get that long tracking shot of the banana peel just laying on the highway.
Save that for later.
Remember that for later.
Adam Sandler's like, hey, lay low, okay? I'm trying to score points with the teacher, okay? To which they double dare him to touch her breasts. He goes over, fakes that he can't, you know, that the bus swerved, and he goes and touches her. To which he's like, oh, this guy drives like an animal. The face gets all red again. She goes, why don't you just go sit down? I double dare you. And he's like, but they're at some... Did you guys ever go to the Bound House on field trips?
No. What is that?
Back when Bound Crossing was just the Bound House. It was like it's an old home that was there during the Oregon Trail days. It was like a family called Bound. I believe the last name was Bound.
Makes sense.
They lived there. And it's very much like, this is where you could read, you know, old-timey books, very Little House on the Prairie kind of thing. But up top, that's where he could, like, a crow's nest, where he could look for people on the Oregon Trail so they can, like, have them come rest. We took, like, so many field trips there. And, like, literally in Boise, Idaho, it's Bound Crossing. That was the only thing there. You pass it if you're coming from Park Center up to Bound Crossing. So I was curious if you guys went. But that's like the field trip that they're on. Like some sort of like old-timey...
Pioneer.
Like, old lady pioneer get up. To which, you know, he's like, hey, I'm sorry about the whole bus thing. He's like, you know, these kids, they look up to me. And I want to be their hero kind of thing. They find out that somebody stole their lunch. It's like, who would steal 30 lunches?
Yeah.
Cut to like Chris Farley and Norm Macdonald.
Norm
and the other friend
Macdonald,
just like...
yeah.
Chris Farley's just like laughing. He's like eating all the sandwiches. Well, okay, I guess the field trip's done. Everybody get back on the bus. Oh, what's going on with Ernie over there? He's like, let me go check. He goes, hey, Ernie, how you doing? You falling in love with the wall there? He's like, no, I had an accident.
He even startles the kid. Call.
He sees that Ernie has peed himself. He goes, "Don't worry, pal. I know just what to do." Goes over to the water wheel, dumps a bunch of water on his crotch to look like he peed his pants, to which the kid's like, "Hey, Billy peed his pants." Which is like, "Of course I peed my pants. Everybody my age peed their pants. You ain't cool unless you pee pants." "Hey, Ernie peed his pants too." He's like, "Yep." Like that kid goes and gives him like a big old high five.
Yeah, like a bro five. My man.
Yeah, being cool, peeing your pants is cool. Consider me Miles Davis. Oh, that is the grossest thing cut to, we're all getting back on the bus. And Chris Ross, everyone on the bus. And he's like, oh, he's like singing. Because all the kids have like pee stains on their crotches now.
Yeah.
What a smelly bus.
1, 7, 23, I don't care. Veronica Vaughn. So she stops and he's like, "That Veronica Vaughn is one piece of ace. If you know what I mean." No? He's like, "No, a buddy of mine. He did."
He's like, "No, he didn't."
No, he didn't. Okay.
But
Yeah.
you can imagine.
You can imagine. All right. On the bus? Okay. No yelling on the bus. Close.
Everybody, great, good, grand.
We get another graduation party. Billy has clearly graduated the 3rd grade. Miss Vaughn gifts him about 20 snack packs. "Oh, snack packs, you're the coolest." She tells him that was really nice of what you did for Ernie yesterday. So that's why I'm like, oh, damn. Was it really down to the wire if he was going to pass 3rd grade?
If he didn't pee his pants, he wouldn't have passed.
That's true. Thank you, Ernie, and your terrible bladder. Eric tells Carl that Billy won't make it. He's like, "You don't believe it?" It's like, "Oh, yeah, no. Carl sees there's clearly something going on, to which he walks when Eric like talks to himself in like the very villain monologue, "Who will help me destroy Billy Madison?" Billy takes Veronica to one of those large party tents, complete with a porta potty just absolutely full of like
pornos
cutouts. Oh, that comes with the toilet. That comes with the tent. To which she's now coming on to him. They go in for a kiss, only to be interrupted by Carl. "Oh, Carl! Great to see you!" He's like, "Oh, I just want to let you know that I think Eric's up to something." Like he's talking to himself maniacally, and he did that little weasel laugh. What's it sound like?
Ooh. He's like, "That's pretty good."
Thank you, Carl. Then we get a montage of the next 4 grades, 4 through 8, of him doing different tasks. Cut to Eric slowly going insane, where he's got the little Billy Madison head cut out on the
stick figure,
jumping over to each and the next, school table with the number corroborating which grade he's in. Cut to him doing something, another party. Eric cutting holes in the face, just like slowly going more insane. But now he's going into high school, 9th grade, the big one. Before high school, Billy eats with the 3rd graders one more time, to which he's like, he's like, "I'll still hang out with you guys. He's like, "Yeah, because of your girlfriend." He's like, "Shut up." Cut to the lunch lady bringing over more sloppy joes.
The line that I say, like
a extra sloppy.
"I made them
Lady,
extra
you're
sloppy, just the way you like them."
Wait till you're scaring us. At the 8th grade graduation party, Eric confronts the principal about a certain wrestler named the Revolting Blob who killed somebody in the ring. He looks pretty familiar. He essentially is now going to blackmail him into flunking Billy. Billy rolls into high school with his REO Speedwagon shirt, like his denim vest. Not vest, but
jacket.
Denim jacket. Rocking a convertible Camaro while blasting Billy Squires the Stroke. And everyone's just kind of looking at him like, the fuck is this guy doing here?
Wait, dude.
I love that scene. Just like where he thinks he's like super cool. Yeah.
Billy gets picked on a lot. He gets the O'Doyle rules. They dump yogurt on his head. O'Doyle rules.
The manure in the locker.
Yeah. To which the nerd guys are just like, "Yeah, man, you're totally getting picked." And I'm not getting picked on. They're just hazing me. who even are you? And he's like, we're the guys who used to get picked on before you showed up. Thanks for that. Are you in loser denial or something?
I had a bad case of loser denial last year.
He goes and visits the 3rd grade class. All the kids are excited. He's like, how's high school, Billy? Oh, it's real fun. Everybody's super cool. Everyone treats me nice. And it's like, I can't wait to go to high school. Don't you ever say that again. Stay where you are for as long as you can. Like he's squeezing that kid's face.
Just
love
shaking it.
Like it picks it up in the, oh gosh, that is stuck in my head.
They go out in the hallway. Veronica assures him, he's like, yeah, you're getting picked on a lot. And he's like, maybe when you were in high school, you used to pick on a bunch of people you thought were losers too, huh? Doesn't feel too good now, does it? And he goes, I know what you're saying. You are very smart. You are very smart. Cut to him at home, like laying on his like baseball glove chair. Calls up a guy named Danny McGrath, who's played by Steve Buscemi, who's wearing like a bowling shirt, khaki pants, just very Steve Buscemi looking. He goes, hey, just want to let you know, like, I picked on you a lot, and I just, I'm apologizing. Like, now I understand, where you at. He's like, hey, no, thanks. I appreciate it. He's like, cool. I mean, like, if you ever want to, like, hang out, get a cup of coffee or something, just let me know. He's like, Billy, that sounds fun. Let's do that. Hangs up the phone, kind of contemplates to himself, turns around, and there's a list that says people to kill, and he crosses Billy Madison's name off of it.
That at the end scene, and he's like, I'm sure glad I called that guy. I say that all the time too. I'm like, sure glad I called that guy.
While watching the news, we see the principal appear. I like how it's just like, in other news.
Wait, but on the scene before, Steve, I love the part where he puts a lipstick on and then lays down and just
and just contemplates.
He's like, that was nice.
Alrighty.
The news hits us with, like, son of hotel magnate cheats his way through high school, and it's like, and the dad's like, what the hell, Billy? And Norm Macdonald's like, hold on, that could be anybody.
Yeah.
Cut to the principal, like, oh, Billy Madison, well, oh, fuck. The principal is on the news saying that while Billy was enrolled here, he was a menace, terrorized, but he bribed me $5,000, which I unfortunately took. $5,000 in 95 is worth $10,514 our money. Unfortunately, I took that bribe. To which his father is pissed and says the deal is off, and Eric gets the come. I like it's like right when Eric comes in. He's like, what's going on? Why does everyone look so glum?
Oh, that's good news for me.
Oh, wow. That's good news for me.
I was like, you gotta do the laugh. Billy slips back into his old ways of getting day wasted. Wearing the hat from Loser that the guy from American Pie's wearing out there with the shades drinking Budweisers by the pool. He goes over to Veronica Vaughn's house drunkenly, smacks on the door. She opens it up only for him to see that the penguin is there. Oh, I see what's going on.
Billy's here.
Do whatever you want. And she kicks him out.
So sorry to interrupt.
She kicks him out of the house, only for her to show up the next morning, awakens Billy from his drunken stupor, and starts beating the shit out of him.
Beats the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Punches him, throws him in the pool, starts drowning him to snap him out of his stupor. To which Norman, what's going on? And it's like, it looks like Billy and his girlfriend are playing water polo. And maybe they're playing Marco Polo. That's a fun game.
Let me ask you something. Do you have any more gum? More gum, more gum.
She says that she can't believe she fell for someone who would just roll over and die so quickly. And he goes, I'm not rolling over and dying. Like, I didn't do it. Nobody believes me. And she goes, well, I believe you. Billy has an epiphany. And a musical number begins. And this is the scene I completely forgot existed in this movie.
So did I, to be honest.
My wife's like, how did you forget this? Thank you for beating the shit out of me. Like, this huge musical number about how he is going back to school and you can overcome any obstacles if you just stick it out. And do you have more gum, more gum, more gum, more gum? That's when the clown wakes up. Hey, kids, you must have thought I was dead.
Yeah.
Got a hemorrhage in my head.
The third graders confront the principal, and we cut to him back on the news, redacting his previous statement, to which the principal, his dad is like, well, okay, if this was a lie. Like Eric's like, I always believed in Billy, so shut up, Eric. We know you blackmailed him. To which the dad is like, I think he deserves a second chance. Eric's like, no. We signed a contract. Each grade, 2 weeks. He didn't pass the 9th grade. And he's like, well, surely there's some extra circumstance. No. We made a deal. A deal's a deal. And if that doesn't work, I'll see you in court. To which the dad's like, all right, cool. And he goes, later, suckheads. To which Billy stands up and says, no, how about we do this mano y mano? What does that mean? Carl? I don't. That's when he says, we're doing an educational decathlon. 1 day, 10 events. And then Billy goes in, a la Godfather 2, kisses him right on the mouth, not the cheek, the mouth, and says, I knew it was you, Eric. You broke my heart. We get a little montage of them studying, the locker full of manure. O'Doyle rules. And he goes, O'Doyle, one of these days, I think your whole family's got it coming. But right now, I got to study. So we get like a little strip Jeopardy where Veronica's asking him questions. And if he gets it right, she takes more articles of clothing off. But then when he gets it wrong, she puts more in 1567. 1981. Like, for the love of God, give me the answer. We get Eric listening to, like, taking Spanish. Yeah. Like, Duolingo while he's buffering a statue of his ass. I like Billy's learning Spanish by talking to the gardener, and he's like talking, slow down. Slow down. Him and Veronica and the maid are knitting. Then we get more strip Jeopardy, but this time with Chris Farley, where he gets the Magna Carta right, and he takes his shirt off. And he does the hair flip. I love the educational decathlon begins. I love the principal comes out, and he goes, thanks to a large donation for our high school library, we can now sanction this educational decathlon, but we will forfeit if anybody cheats, especially with my wife, because I will absolutely snap. But just says it like so. Agreed? Eric and Billy. Agreed.
Agreed. That guy's so funny.
We get a little decathlon montage. Eric is really good at math. He's like, does this huge long division sign. Billy just writes, Eric can suck it. Eric lights himself on fire while baking a pie.
Yeah. He's just like he's like jumping up and down watching it.
Eric wins the race.
All American.
Billy wins science, I guess. They're pulling stuff out of like a steaming, and it's just his shoes. I was like, oh, is he cheating? Because he just took his shoe off and put it in there.
He's created a boot.
Eric plays a mean violin.
He does.
And Billy just sticks that like oboe like deep throats the. He's real good.
He's real good.
he still like gives him props.
Yeah.
Billy is all right at Shakespeare, in my opinion. Whether it is nobler on this is I, in the east, to chant, to dream, to sleep, to rest.
With the skull and everything.
Yeah. We cut to that banana peel and a suburban
save it for
family,
later.
Family. Hey kids, who rules? O'Doyle rules. O'Doyle rules. O'Doyle rules. O'Doyle rules. Car rolls over the banana peel, skids out like Mario Kart, only for the car to like go off a cliff. Still chanting, O'Doyle rules.
Yeah.
O'Doyle rules. And then we hear a loud explosion, knowing that the family is dead, which is fine.
The
final
legacy
contest,
lives, though. The legacy lives.
Always in our hearts.
Yeah.
Hey
Always
guys,
with us.
Who rules?
O'Doyle.
O'Doyle rules. The final contest is truly a Jeopardy game where Eric will choose a category for Billy. Billy will choose a category for Eric. Billy is right now ahead by 1 point. I have here what all the categories are. We only see a few. All the categories are English literature, U.S. presidents, My Wife the Tramp, astronomy, baking, burning poo in the human response. Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. Reflections of society and literature, information systems, chemistry, the Roman Empire, My Spouse is Sleeping Around, the French Revolution, automotive repair, 20th century poetry, calculus, needlepoint, architecture, business ethics, Shakespeare, and I Married Common Street Trash. Just in case you were wondering, since they only had it on for... Eric chooses Billy's category of reflections in society and literature, to which Billy goes up and he did what I did in high school, which is where you vamp until you figure it out. Usually, where he compares the puppy who lost his way to the Industrial Revolution, goes on and on, this entire random tirade. We cut to the very end. No one's reacting to which he's like, nib high, football rules. And everyone's like, yeah! Woo! Cut over to the principal with probably the most infamous line from this entire movie, which is, Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy.
Yeah.
Right, a simple no would have been okay. Mr. Madison, you're still up by 1 point. Please choose Eric's category. He looks over. I choose business ethics. To which Eric is startled. Oh my God, it's the one that I wasn't on the exam. He gets up there. Business ethics is... he pulls a gun out. This isn't fair. I demand a new question. Hey, take it down, dude. You lost. To which he's about to shoot Billy Madison, only for him to get shot in the ass by none other than Steve Buscemi, straight up looking like Lee Harvey Oswald up there. Yeah. with the
friendly
wave.
He's
like, so glad I called that guy. And he gives him the thumbs up.
Then he dips back into the shadows like Batman.
Just real quickly too.
Cut to Billy's final graduation. He did it. He goes, it was, really hard. And it was like, I know people can say that anybody can do it, but it was tough for me. So back off.
Yeah.
Anyway, hooray for school! Hooray for me! Anyway, cut to Eric being at the graduation. He's got a crutch. He's got an inner tube next. I was just like, why is this guy not in jail? He's pulled a gun out in high school.
Yeah.
He's like, I decided that I'm going back to school and I'm not going to take over the company. I'm going to have Carl do it. I'm going to college. I'm going to be a teacher. To which he goes over to his dad. His dad's like, is this what you want? And he goes, yeah, what can I say, Dad? I saved the day. Eric doesn't get the company? And he's like, this is what I want. Kind of thing. He goes over to the principal's there and he goes, hey, Billy, I'm horny. To which Veronica Vaughn says, you think he's horny? She lays a smooch on him. Cut to everybody partnering up. We got Norm Macdonald and the lunch lady. We got 2 ninth graders making out with the mucus queen.
Yeah.
To which makes the one friend real sad. We got Steve Buscemi and the maid making out. Cut to Chris Farley and the penguin making out, only for the penguin to start giving Chris Farley an HJ. oh. And the end. We end on that beautiful note. What a fine film.
Chef's kiss.
Full of laughs.
Full of laughs.
Full of laughs.
I'm interested to see where this Adam Sandler saga takes us. But
yeah, especially
definitely started on a good note.
Especially because I actually did watch the movie Grown Ups this morning, so it was on, and this is gonna be good. This is gonna be fun.
I think we're in for one crazy summer.
It's gonna be hard to rank these.
Do we need to rank them at the end?
I was like,
should we start doing that? All three of us make our own ranking list. Like every 6 films, we rank them.
We could, yeah,
by preference. Now I hurt my feelings.
Pretty easy to
do. Yeah. Speaking of which, do we want to talk about what we're doing next week?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is the only Adam Sandler movie that we're doing that I have not seen. And honestly, it might be one of the only Adam Sandler movies, period, I've never seen. We are doing a Michael's pick, the 1999 film Big Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Can't wait.
My wife really likes this movie, too.
So do I.
She's going to book the whole movie.
Classic. Timeless.
I truly don't know, and maybe we'll talk about this more next time, but like I really don't know why this is just like the one I've never seen.
It happens. Sometimes you just don't get around to it. Too many movies, not enough time.
I think that like Mr. Deeds was on TNT like a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I think I've seen that one probably the most outside of like Wedding Singer. But it is just weird that like that's like the one that just completely missed me altogether. But
Great White Buffalo.
Different movie. We will get into all that next time with Big Daddy. What do you say we go ahead and cut, print, check the gate?
See you guys.
See you.